Hello everyone, my name is Kieran. Welcome to another Manchester United live preview. Of course, the horror of Saturday's result is out of the way. I'm fully focused on this game. No negativity. No, we're going to go into this game clean slate. If only if it is that simple. But of course, we've got a preview to look forward to. There's always the next game, and the game has come. And it's a bit of a win or bust situation for Manchester United. This is a game that we must win. We have to win. And I think Jose Mourinho as well, for his job's sake, I think he has to win this one as well. Because if we don't beat Young Boys, then I think there'll be a huge, huge uproar in the Man United community. Even bigger than there already is. But we're back to Champions League action after a long break. And I love the Champions League. Love the Champions League, and this game should be, we should win this game. There's no doubt about it. We have to win this game, and we should win this game with the quality we've got and the quality they don't have and they lack. We have to win this game, especially at home, and hopefully it'll give us a chance of giving the home fans a bit of a performance to get them back on side a bit and to get the Old Trafford crowd back behind the team again. Welcome to Matthew Jones. Welcome to Man United Fans Time. Welcome Jack. Welcome to stream, guys. Thanks for joining. Please do leave a like, and also anything you guys can do to help us to our goal of 500 subscribers by the end of the year would be absolutely fantastic. But of course, this is your show as well, so please do, let me know anything you want to talk about. Anything at all, please do let me know and we can talk about it. And also, welcome to Roberto, welcome to the stream, thanks for joining. Of course, in this stream I'll be going through my predicted lineup and just the game in general, really, how I think it's going to play out. And of course, you guys can leave your thoughts on the live chat, and you know how it goes already. Of course, my Twitter and things like that is in the description down below, along with all the channels that I really do recommend. So go and check out all of them, including United Fan Focus as well. If you haven't already, go and check them out in the description down below. Also, go and check out FanVybe as well in the description down below. Really, really good kind of sports fans social networking site. So go and check them out in the description down below if you haven't already. But of course, I will be taking calls in a bit. I will tell you when the phone lines are open and you guys can call in. But if you want to Skype in, my Skype will be in the description down below. So add me, feel free to do so, and you can call in. Welcome Nick as well. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. Roberto's going with 2-1 United. Again, I'll take that at this point. Man United Fan Town goes with a 3-1 win to Manchester United. A bit more respectable there. I think against a team like Young Boys, who, let's face it, shouldn't have the quality to really concern us at all. We have to beat them, but we want to put on a good performance as well. And I think this is a real big opportunity for us to put on a good performance for the home fans and get back on track. Try and build some momentum, because this season has been so much stop and start. We saw, the start of the season was absolutely shocking, losing 2 games on the bounce. Then we went into the Watford and Burnley games and played quite well and got the results. And then we kind of faltered again, but then we got back up again, when we played Everton and things like that, and then we falter again. So, what I mean? This is the problem. We're never going to, progress this season if we're going to take, 2 steps forward and then 3 steps back all the time. We have to get progress. We have to get consistency, and that's not what we're showing in the early stages of the season. I mean, it's nearly halfway through. We're nearly at Christmas, for God's sake. So we need to pick it up soon. And if we are going to get top 4 by Christmas, as Jose Mourinho predicts we are, which I don't think that's going to happen. But if we are going to get that as Jose Mourinho predicts, we have to get consistency. We have to get a run of games where we get results. So hopefully, this can potentially be the catalyst to grow in confidence. Give some players who might not get too much of an opportunity in that first team. We're talking Fred, Pereira, Delo. These sort of players an opportunity to show Jose Mourinho what they can do and potentially push for a place in that starting lineup. Jack says, I'm not confident at all, which shows the position we're in. Yeah, to be fair, when you're not confident going into a game against Young Boys at home, it does show. But to be fair, our home form this season has been absolutely atrocious. I mean, especially in the Champions League, not one in the Champions League. Yes, of course, we played Juventus and Valencia, but to not even get a win, having 1 point out of 2 Champions League home games, as well as a horrific home form in the Premier League, it's not looking good, and your home needs to be a fortress, and unfortunately, this season it's not been. It's actually been our anti-fortress. We're much better when we go away from home, it looks like. Roberto says, if United win this one, then I can't wait to see the loads of old Mourinho's turn it around. Yeah, to be fair though, I think it's because it's young boys. I don't think you'll get that sort of reaction if we do beat young boys. I think everyone is expecting us to beat young boys, so I don't see it if we do beat young boys. I think there's too many people who are against Jose Mourinho to turn it around after one game, especially against young boys who, let's face it, we should be absolutely battering at this level. Nick says 3-2 to Manchester United. Again, I'd take it at this point. I think because the group is set up like this, so Juventus are top, I think with 10 points. Then we are second with 7. Valencia are third with 5, and Young Boys are fourth with 1 point. Which means if we win this game and Juventus beat Valencia, then we go through to the knockout rounds. So if we do win this game, I think it'll be a huge, even though we're expected to win, it'll be a huge weight off the shoulders for that last game in Valencia. If we fail to win this game, we really balls it up for ourselves, because I'm not confident that we can go away to Valencia and get a result. Yes, obviously our away form is much better, but I'm not confident at all that we can go away to Valencia. And if it's a straight shootout between us and Valencia, to who's going to go through for that second knockout round phase, I don't see us getting through, to be honest. Welcome, Rodney. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. By the way, guys, go and check out Rodney's channel as well. Go and check out some great stuff he does on his channel. Link in the description down below, along with all the other channels that I genuinely rate and think you guys should check out as well. But yeah. Nick says, Matthew Jones, are you looking forward to moving back to England? Of course. After, I'm pretty sure in the summer, that the lads from United Fan Focus will be moving back to England, if I'm not mistaken. But that's great, we'll have you back. We'll have you back over here. Hopefully you enjoyed your time across the pond. But there you go. Roberto says, Crystal Palace shouldn't have the quality. They shouldn't, especially when they're away from home. But they really, Crystal Palace attacked us. They came for us, and we sat back and we invited them on. And this is the problem. This is the one thing I have with Jose Mourinho. The one gripe that I have with him is he likes to allow teams to come on to us, and I hate that style of football. I want to be on the front foot all the time. I hate sitting back and waiting for them to make a mistake. I just don't think that's the right way to play. So if you want to go check out my thoughts on Crystal Palace and the things on that, go and check out my review on that if you haven't already. So yeah, you can go and check that out. Welcome United Fan Focus, and welcome Max. Welcome to the stream, guys. Thanks for joining. United Fan Focus says, worst start in 28 years. A couple of wins against sides we should beat won't cut it for me. Yeah, well, of course, I think, if we did win against Young Boys, I don't think it would cut it for anyone, to be honest. I don't think it would be, it would be an absolute triumph, if you know what I mean. I don't think it would be a ridiculous, it wouldn't be like, oh yeah, Jose Mourinho's turned it around by any means. But we need to start to get consistency, and maybe this game will be the catalyst, although I thought other games would be, and it didn't turn out to be the case. Max says, massive game. I feel this game will give us a confidence because it's a game where there isn't much pressure on the real difficulty in the opposition. Therefore, a couple of goals will really give us a boost. So I think you're right. I think it's definitely an opportunity for the players to give the home fans something to shout about, because at home this season there's been absolutely nothing to shout about. So yeah, I agree. I think this is an opportunity for those players to go out there and perform and put in a really good performance. And and also if we do win this game, of course, providing Valencia don't win against Juventus, then we don't have to worry about the Champions League until we get to the until we get to the knockout rounds. Roberto says, time for revenge for Ronaldo against Valencia. They pissed off CR7 and now they'll pay the price. Well, hopefully you guys beat Valencia, because it would be very, very helpful for us. So please do us a favour there and don't mess it up for us. I'm sure you won't. Ronnie said, thanks. I think my last post was quite dire and sad. Well, to be fair, obviously, the result and things like that didn't help, to be fair. It was a pretty poor performance. So yeah,
well, I can't even play FIFA now.
Rashford says, hope you're fine. Listen to my thought, Kieran. Well, thanks for joining, Rashford. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much for joining. Roberto says, with this shy defence, sorry, but it's true. Well, Mourinho's part of the bus tactics. Yeah, to be fair, it is very, very difficult. I mean, especially, Mourinho. Yeah, exactly. I don't understand why you'd want to invite teams on, with a really kind of poor defence, a shaky defence. It doesn't make too much sense for me, but there you go. Rashford said, De Gea, Bailly, Jones, Shaw, Dalot, Pereira, Fred, McTominay, Sanchez, Martial and Rashford. Just concede this. Well, to be fair, I don't think he's going to drop Lukaku. I genuinely think Mourinho's going to put Lukaku in for this game and he's going to want him to try and get a goal against a kind of lesser opposition. I will not be surprised, to be honest, so there you go. Mag says, we better beat the Saints in the weekend, they're 18th. Yeah. Hopefully, well, we have to, let's be honest. And I think we will, because our away form is much better than our home form, to be honest. So, there you go. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, Rashford, I hope Jones doesn't play. I really do hope Phil Jones doesn't play in this game. But that reminds me, we may as well now get on to our to my predicted lineup for this game. So I'm going to show you it now. So, here is my predicted lineup for the game. If you're wondering why David De Gea doesn't have a name, it's because, well, does he really need a name check at this point? I think Mourinho's not going to play Dalot. I really have a bad feeling. I would love to see Dalot play against young boys, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I think he's going to play Darmian because I think Darmian actually did all right against Crystal Palace, which is saying something really, considering our whole team performance. But Darmian's in there for me. I think Smalling and Bailly's going to play together in the back too. Obviously, that there are some rumours actually that Eric Bailly is kind of has kind of been frozen out of the team by Jose Mourinho, but. Look, I just hope Eric Bailly plays. I hope he plays. Because I don't want Phil Jones playing whatsoever. I don't understand it. I do not understand it at all. So I hope Bailly plays. I think he'll also go with Ashley Young at right back. 3 in midfield. Now, this is kind of semi what I think Mourinho's going to pick, and also kind of a bit of my inspiration in there. I've gone with Pereira and Fred in the midfield with Paul Pogba. Now for me, I mean, this is the midfield that started against Leicester on the first day of the season, and I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved this starting lineup, and I hope we can use it more often. This 3 in midfield, so dynamic, so quick going forward. And look, no Matic in there. No Matic. So we've actually got a bit of pace there. And then the 3 up front, I think he's going to keep Lukaku in there, Martial on the left, and Rashford on the right. That is my predicted lineup for the game. You guys, of course, can let me know what you think of my predicted lineup in the live chat. But there we go. That is what I've gone with. Let's see what you guys are saying. Ronnie says Lukaku should play at the back in defence. To be fair, I mean, his stature and the way he's playing at the moment, I mean, I tell you what, his first touch is more like a clearance. I saw that video circulating on social media, and I did laugh a bit. I did laugh, I've got to say. But there you go. Rashford says, we must concede 1 or 2 due to Jones. Please, 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 Phil Jones, don't play basketball for us. Well, to be fair, I think Phil Jones, if Phil Jones does play, I mean, it just shows where we are. I mean, it would be an absolute catastrophe. It would be, inexcusable, really. But you know what? I don't be surprised if it happens. To be honest, do not be surprised. Welcome, Dazza. Welcome to stream. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. I did hear you on the United stand before I had to go and set up this stream, but I did hear you on the United stand. Roberto says Lukaku's first touch will take someone's eye out. Yeah. Rashford says, I think the solution to Lukaku is play him as a winger because that's the only thing we can do. Well, I mean, Lukaku supposedly has a lot of pace, although I haven't really seen it too much. You know, I mean, maybe playing him as a winger would be better, especially last season. He did a much better job at linking up the play, but this season, I'm not seeing what he really offers. But we are getting a call in by Matthew Jones on Hangout, so we are going to answer it. Let's see if this works. Right. Matthew, can you hear me, mate?
Yeah, I'm here, mate, yeah.
Welcome to the stream, Matthew. Thanks for joining. Obviously, one half of the duo that is United Fan Focus. And if you haven't already, go and check their channel out in the description down below. But welcome to the stream once again. Very, very happy to have you back on. Obviously, this game has got a bit of importance to it. How do you see it going?
I think it's an important match because if we win, I think we pretty much go through. It puts less pressure on us against Sevilla. Sevilla is not going to be an easy game, and if we don't get the win against Young Boys, it could come down to that game in Sevilla, and we don't have a great record in Spain. So I'm just hoping. I think there will be a few changes, and I agree with your lineup. I think taking Matic out and bringing in Pereira adds that pace, and I think it's something we really lack, and it's the reason why we've had some bad performances, because Pereira can link up more, and I think he seemed to do really well at the start of the season. His partnership with Pogba, I really liked, but then he just sort of went out the squad. So, yeah, I think there will be a few changes. Luke Shaw hopefully will be back into the starting 11. He obviously wasn't able to play against Crystal Palace. So, I think there will be a few changes, but my score prediction is 2-0 going into the game.
Yeah. Also, what I've realised, I haven't changed a thing. That's stupid. But anyway, whilst I'm doing that, Matthew, obviously you said, Luke Shaw could potentially be, coming back into the side. And obviously you mentioned Andres Pereira there as well. I hope he gets a start. But also, what about Diogo Dalot? Do you think he could potentially get a start? And do you think Dalot will get into Jose Mourinho's team?
I think definitely. I think the few games he has had, I think he's been quite impressive. He loves to get forward on his pace. Obviously, something we lack. Obviously, Young's a very good option, but I think Dalot, he's definitely got potential. Whether he'll play, I'm not sure, because he's. I think it'll be most likely he'll probably play Valencia since he's back in the training. He was on the bench at the weekend, so I think now that Luke Shaw's back, we'll probably see Valencia. But Dalot would be definitely a great player to bring, because I like Dalot. I think he's got a lot of potential. There's definitely parts of his game he needs to work on defensively, but yeah, he's definitely going to be. A good player to watch out for, especially in the next couple of years. Yeah,
no, I mean, obviously these are sort of games why we signed him, and he needs match practice if he is gonna become a great player for Manchester United and a good left back. And obviously if we do win this game, there's we do, and obviously other results go our way. We could go through to the next round of the Champions League. How important do you think the Champions League this season is going to be for Jose Mourinho, considering our poor league form?
Yeah, I think it's very important. Obviously, very disappointed last season not to get further in the competition, but I think it's definitely a great competition for United. And obviously, yeah, we're not doing great in the league. We're 7th. I think we're 15 points off the top, and I think we all know that United are not going to win the league. And I think top 4 is going to be a lot harder. We've got some hard games coming up, so yeah, I think the Champions League, I think, is definitely going to be a great opportunity for Jose to keep his job, because the way we're going in the league, it looks like it's not going to get any better. So yeah, it's definitely going to be important this season that we get some good results.
Definitely. Welcome, Sabby Boys Comedy. Welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And as same goes for all you guys in the live chat there. Fan focus Valencia, not Sevilla, Matty. Well, I mean, to be fair, I didn't notice, Matty. Don't worry about it. I didn't notice. And Rashford says we're aiming for 600 subs before Christmas. We love football, and love itself is red. So therefore, red is Manchester United. Well, of course it is. It's the best red team in the world. Don't listen to Liverpool fans who tell you otherwise. But look, I mean, if we could get 600 subs by Christmas, that'd be unreal. But anything you guys, of course, can do to help out, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I mean, really on paper, this game should be a walkover. Really, it should be. But of course, football's not played on paper, and we all know that. But do you think this is a big opportunity, for the players to put in a performance to get the fans at Old Trafford back on side? And do you think this could potentially be a catalyst to get some momentum going?
It could be, yeah, because obviously this season consistency has been an issue. We haven't put in a consistent run of performances in the Premier League. We saw a good performance against Bournemouth in that second half, but I think the problem with United this season, we seem to play good football for about half the match, and then we seem to slack a little bit, and the penetration's not there. So, yeah, I think it's definitely going to be an important match for us to win and get that confidence back. Obviously, there's a lot of players that that play well when they're winning. Players like Lukaku, I think he definitely performs well when his confidence is high. He hasn't scored in a lot of games, so I think it'll be crucial that Lukaku gets on the score sheet against young boys. It's not going to be It should be a win, but you can't write off Young Boys. And our results at home this season haven't been great. We've been dropping a lot of points at home, so it's going to be a crucial game for us to progress the table. Obviously, we haven't qualified yet, and if we don't pick up a result against Young Boys, potentially we could go into the Europa League. So yeah, hopefully we can start the game well and just see good performances by the likes of Martial. Hopefully Lukaku get on the score sheet, and mate, like you said earlier, I think Dalot, hopefully he will be back in the lineup as well. So yeah, it's definitely going to be an important match for United and Jose as well.
Yeah, of course, and finally, obviously, you've already said your prediction, but I guess you may as well, go for it again. How do you see this game going, and what is your score prediction?
Yeah, I think obviously, like I said earlier, I think there will be a lot of changes. Obviously, we've got an important match of the weekend, so hopefully we can start the game well. I think we will get a couple of goals, whether they will score or not, because our defence this season has been quite bad. We've conceded a lot of goals. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Romero start the match. But I'm not sure on that. But yeah, my score prediction is 2-0. Hopefully we'll get the clean sheet. There'll be confidence back, and we can get a consistent run of performances now, leading into Christmas.
Yeah, let's hope so, mate. Thanks for calling in, Matty, as always. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Yeah, no problem. And go and check out United Fan Focus if you haven't already. Really, really good stuff on there in the description down below if you want more of that fantastic insight from Matthew Jones there. Rashford says, Kieran, what Jose needs to know is Smalling, Fellaini, Lukaku, McTominay, Lingard cannot press more than 8 yards, and that's not what we need. We need pass star, and that's what I love. Lindelof, of course. Well, Lindelof, as you say there, really, can, pass the ball a lot better. He's got a lot more of a ball-playing sense, but of course, Lindelof is injured for this game. So hopefully we see Eric Bailly back in. I'll be so angry if we see Phil Jones back in there. But you never know. Maybe he's going to turn over a new leaf. Anyway, we've got Dazza. Dazza is calling in. Of course, guys, if you want to call in, Skype in the description down below if you do want to call in. But we have got Dazza on the stream once again, and it's very happy to have you back on, Dazza. So
good evening, mate.
Good evening, mate. Good evening. Thanks for joining, as always. I'll open with the same thing I opened with when talking to Matthew. What are you expecting from this game? How do you think it's going to go?
I think it'll be pretty tough, considering I know Young Boys aren't a great team. But they are a team that you don't underestimate, especially in a competition like this. Obviously, they got a draw. They got a draw against Valencia. Obviously, we got a win against Juventus. So it might have been the other one. We got a draw against Valencia, and we lost to Juventus 1-2. But they can cause shocks. I know the first game, the Champions League, obviously won 3-0 in Switzerland. But this is the tournament. You'd expect us to absolutely demolish them, but you know what United are like, especially with Crystal Palace regard. We don't make things easy for ourselves. A lot of the times we play cack. The Palace game, we didn't turn up. We don't turn up against Young Boys, we will concede. Simple as. I've heard people saying to me that Lee Grant could be returning. So obviously Lee Grant, if he does play, that would only be second senior appearance for Manchester United. Obviously, his main actual debut. He started against obviously Derby County in the cup, and when Lee Grant played in goal, I'm thinking I'm not sure how he'll cope when he was playing against his old team, but he seemed to do very well. He coped with a lot of good chances that Derby had. He managed to keep them out of the goal. I know he conceded that brilliant free kick from Harry Wilson, but I don't even think David De Gea would have got anywhere near it. And obviously, Derby's second goal, that was just that was a lucky goal. And I think he did well against them, and I think he could possibly have a pretty decent game against Young Boys.
Yeah, no, I think you made a lot of good points there. I mean. As you said, we can't be complacent. We definitely cannot be complacent against this Young Boys side. They've got, you know, they have got a lot of decent players in there. I mean, obviously, on paper, the quality between our team and Young Boys, there's a massive gulf in class. But, you know, still, it's a Champions League. They're in the Champions League for a reason. We can't fully underestimate them. And, yeah, I mean, potentially, you know, someone like Romero or Lee Grant coming back into the side, I definitely could see that. I could definitely see, you know, one of them coming back into the team. And I think this is definitely a good opportunity for some of the young players to, you know, to come in and, you know, get a start and hopefully show Jose Mourinho what he's been missing. Rashford says, after Daz, is that alright? Yeah, no problem, mate. Yeah, you can call in after Daz. No problem at all. Welcome, Yash. Welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it as always. You know, FanFocus says, I'll move back to the UK. It'll be a lot of help for the channel, of course, because then you'll be in the right time zone, so you'll be able to do, you know, watch long things like that.
Still in the UK.
Exactly. I think so. Yeah, exactly. And welcome, Jack. Well,
still in it.
Oh no, no, I think they're still in the US. I think. Yeah, I think they're still in the US. I'm pretty sure, for now at least. But I think they are going to be moving back in the summer. I'm pretty sure. Jack says, well, welcome, Jack. Thanks for joining, mate. Appreciate it. And yeah, there's a bit of a queue at the moment to call in. So obviously Rashford's going to be after Dazza, but Dazza's on now, and I'm going to ask you another question, Dazza. Obviously, you know, you spoke about how you think the game's kind of going to go. How important do you think the Champions League is going to be for Jose Mourinho? Do you think that if we go on a bit of a run in the Champions League, you know, people might start to warm to Jose Mourinho, and will he have more of a chance of keeping his job?
Well, it's important for Jose Mourinho, but not just, you know, important just for him. It's important for the actual club as well, because money regarding wise, obviously you get a lot of money from being in Champions League. You get a lot more money from getting to the knockout stage, and then tons more getting to the final and stuff, and getting to the finals and stuff, you know. Money regarding is important, and it's important for the club because it shows that, you know, we get to knockout stage and then play against someone pretty easy or something. We could become one of the you know, top 5 clubs in Europe. At the minute, I'd say we'd be lucky if we're in the top 10 at the minute, because we're pretty awful this season regarding. But the Champions League is important because you can take your mind off how good or bad you're doing in the league. You can take your you can take your mind off the form, your league form, where you're sat in the league, and you know, you can just relax and just enjoy the fact of enjoy the you know, the fact that you're in a big European competition. And Jose Mourinho, he knows the Champions League back to front. I mean, he's won it with a couple of clubs. I think Inter Milan, I think he might have won it with them. Real Madrid, he's won it with them before. I think. He has won it with a couple of clubs. And I know he always says, well, it's Inter Milan, Chelsea and all this stuff. But, you know, he's at Man United. And at the minute, right, with the way we've been playing these last couple of games, League and Champions League and all competition-wise, this season, we haven't been playing up to scratch. I mean, we got knocked out by Derby in the first bitty Carabao Cup game, and we just took our mind off the league that game. But I think a lot of the times when it comes to games like Young Boys, we underestimate teams like them, and you know, you end up playing the same as the league, because a lot of the players always focus more. A lot of people say it's more better to focus more on the league than all the outside of the league competitions. But I think, but the Champions League's the biggest competition in Europe, and you don't take it seriously, well, you'll get embarrassed by the other team, the little teams and stuff. So I think it's nice. It'd be nice to get a Champions League one probably to the quarterfinals or the semis. I'll be honest with you, I can't see us getting past around the 16s, because we have a habit of, if we're against a Spanish team, I don't think we'll have much chance, because we always crumble against them. Sevilla, for example, last season. But Jose Mourinho, he knows the Champions League, and he should be, you know, he should be used to this sort of pressure, because United obviously are a team who want to win the competition. And at the minute, he didn't seem to be taking it too seriously last season. He just seemed to be, I think it might have been just because we had a pretty easy group last time out. And obviously this time, we have to take it miles more seriously and actually play miles better football, because we are up against it in this group. And but when we saw the group, Young Boys was probably the easiest game of the ball. Juventus and Valencia, I couldn't really decide on which one would have been the toughest. I would have said Juventus if I had to actually pick one, but I'll be honest with you. Coming into this group, it was a group of defos, and it turns out that it's not actually gone as what we thought it was. We're actually doing better than we thought. And we have a 93% chance of progressing. So it's important that we keep this one going in the Champions League, and we can keep our mind off the crap performances we're putting in league games. So yeah, it's vitally important to Manchester United as a whole club.
Well, I mean, I think, as I said, great points as usual. But I mean, obviously, a Champions League run for any teams is really, really important. Important for morale as well in the team dressing room. But also, just as for the club as well, obviously the money that comes in. Even though United as a club still has a lot of money, doesn't need too much more money, to be honest. But it'll be good to get the confidence going in the team. And to it's always good. It's always good. Whether Jose Mourinho is going to be in the job by the end of the season is very, very difficult to see. But I think a Champions League run definitely, a Champions League run will definitely help. A few comments here. Jack says Ipswich Town are still bottom or second bottom, right? I have no idea, but I was talking to Nick in there. Apparently, Dazza, who was on about the trip. When they went to the trip to UK, but they came back. Fair play. All right. And Dazza, final question, mate. What is your score prediction for the game?
I would like to go confident, very, very confident, and go a lot of people over the top with the 4-1, 5-1 stuff. I'm surprised at saying that because I can't see us scoring many goals. I've gone for, what was it? I wrote it down in the book and I can't remember what I said. I think we'll score. I don't think, if Bailey and Smalling are playing, I don't think Young Boys will score. I don't think they'll score. I think we'll score, but I think it'll be a tight, tense affair. I think it'll be 1-0.
1-0.
And obviously, I'm not forgetting that even if we win this, and I think if Valencia do not win at Juventus, we're through to the knockouts. So, like I say, it's all to play for in this game, and I've gone for a 1-0 win with, I think Tony Marshall will play, and I think Tony Marshall will be the only goal scorer.
Well,
get his form back a bit.
You know what? I'll take. Again. I mean, I'd love a really convincing victory, but 3 points and a Juventus win as well to see us through. I'd take that all day long. But thanks for calling in, Darryl. Really appreciate it as always. And if you haven't already, go and check out Dazza's football stand as well in the description down below. Really, really good content on there. Thank you very much, United Fan Focus, as well for support there. And guys, if you haven't already, please do leave a like. Really, really would appreciate it. They go with 2-0 to Manchester United. Again, I would take that all day long. Take that all day long. Callers coming in thick and fast. And we have got Rashford Jawara on. And I'm very, very happy to have him on. Obviously, very, very happy that you do, watch the streams and enjoy the streams, mate. But welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining.
At the moment, I'm just ranked with Mourinho at the moment.
Right, go on.
For me, I don't think it's for the players. Even if the players are not good, the manager. Even if the players are poor, but you need to control your tactics. If you look at Mourinho, he's not playing players in their right position, and and his best 11. If you look at Smalling, McTominay, Lingard, Lukaku, they don't have quality of passing. And if you, I'm a United fan, but I'm just gonna say, if you look at City, Juventus, Liverpool, many other teams, if you look, their defenders can do anything. They can do anything inside their box. But if you look, like when Smalling keep the ball, you will think that he panics or something like that. And we don't need that. And that's the reason why I love Lindelof. He's starting to suit our style of football, and that's the reason why I like him, because he have the quality of passing, doing anything.
Well, exactly. You're absolutely right, man. I think, it's true that, Mourinho, does need to take a bit of responsibility. He's the one who kind of picks the team and picks the tactics. And I thought, especially against Crystal Palace, they were completely wrong. And I thought, starting players like Matic as well, who for me is very, very slow in that midfield. These sort of players. He has to take responsibility for it. I think you're absolutely right. What are your thoughts, by the way? Obviously, we're doing the, obviously Young Boys is tomorrow's game, the big game. How do you see that one going?
I just think he will play. I don't think he will play Paul Pogba and Matic. For me, I don't want to even see Matic in the bench. I don't want him in the pitch. For me, who he will bring is Romero on goal, and then Bailey and Jones, because he said that Smalling, Bailey and Jones, his press conference, he said that Smalling, Jones and Bailey are available. So I think Bailey and Jones are playing. And put Luxo at left back and Valencia or Dalot. For me, I will go for Dalot. And he will play Pereira, Fred, and for me, Fred, Pereira and McTominay. I just can't see him playing McTominay. Because today, if I was watching their training session, him and Lee Grant, he was just sitting near McTominay. He was watching McTominay. My eyes was on him, seeing him near McTominay training, and I just can't see him. And in front, I don't think he will start Lukaku, because I just can't see Sanchez, Rashford, and Martial in front. Yeah, that's what and in our match we can't win Young Boys when we don't have the character and personality to play for the whole 90 minutes.
Exactly.
That's what,
it's.
Yeah, and
it's. I totally agree. I think. Look, I think I would love to see some players like, especially Pereira and Dalot. I think they definitely deserve a bit of a run in the team, as well as Fred. I think Fred has been very unfortunate not to, be in the team. Obviously, he prefers people like Herrera and Matic to Fred, but I think Fred really would suit this game.
Me, I know the reason why Pereira is not playing. Maybe Jose Mourinho keep it as a secret, but it was a little bit of problem between him and Jose, and it was since last season, on 2017. What happened was, like, Jose tell Pereira, 16, something like that, he wasn't even playing. He played, I don't know, 5 matches. So, and that's Jose, he wants to go and play for long. He wants game time. And Jose tell him to stay as a bench player, because there's lots of personal quality of players, so he needs to be in the bench. So that was Pereira. Jose tell Pereira to stay, but Pereira replied that he wants a game time. He wants to improve his game time. So he went to loan. Since then, that's what bring the case.
Well, I'll tell you what, giving us the inside scoop there, giving us a bit of insider knowledge, to be fair. Well, I didn't know that, but yeah, it's very, very interesting. Of course, I'm going to ask you, what is your score prediction for the game? What do you think is going down? How do you see us winning the game, or do you see it being a draw? What is your score prediction?
For me, let me joke. Even if we are scoring 1,000 goals. If Phil Jones play, we're gonna concede. So my prediction is 4-1.
4-1. Oh, I'll take that.
I just can't see them. Yeah.
No, go on.
Yeah, I just can't see conceding goals with Phil Jones because their goal scorer around the left side where Phil Jones is. They have their top scorer in the Switzerland league. I was watching their previous matches. You know, before their game of between versus against United, I watched their game before Manchester United. Like any team we are having, I watched that, and I just see that person was very dangerous. And I just can't see. I don't think Phil Jones will. That's why I want but it's okay. He might play in different one. You never know what's going. He might even score. You never know what's going on.
That would be ridiculous if Phil Jones scored. I think I'd have to pack it in. I think I'd have to. I think I'd have to literally strip naked.
Yeah.
Although you don't want to see that.
Look, if Phil Jones score, it will be own goal. Trust me.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. I agree. But thanks for calling in, buddy. Appreciate it. And thanks for watching the streams and things like that. Really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you very much for calling in, mate.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
No, well, thanks very much, Rashford. Appreciate it, pal. Appreciate it for calling in. Thanks for watching, of course. But yeah, it was very interesting points. Very interesting points indeed. By the way, just want to say welcome to R Stars. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. And yeah, I mean, also, guys, by the way, whilst we're here, you may as well go and check out FanVybe. Very good stuff on FanVybe. You know, some really good sports social networking site, little app. So go and check that out and add me on FanVybe as well for exclusive competitions, content, all that sort of good stuff. So go and check it out. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this game. I feel it's a game we can actually win. It's a game which we could put in we might be able to put in a good performance. So I'm looking forward to it, definitely. And Yash says 3-0 to Manchester United as his prediction. A clean sheet, 3 goals at home. I think you couldn't ask for any more. And I think that'll be the perfect result to get us back on track. So yeah, let's hope, mate. Let's hope and pray we can do that. Yeah, hold on. But yeah, guys, if you want to call in, Jack, please do feel free to do so. You know, you can call in. Don't worry about that. Do not worry. You can call in, my friend, if you want to. But if not, we'll probably be wrapping this up very soon. If you've got any comments or anything like that, please do, let us know in the live chat. Ronnie says, great stream, RedDevilWeekly. Catch up soon. Off to get a bowl of cereal and pray for a Man United win. Well, yeah, you go and get a bowl of cereal. You deserved it, mate. And thanks for watching. Really appreciate it, Rodney. And also, if you guys haven't already, go and check out his channel in the links in the description down below. Really would recommend it. So go and check it out. But yeah, if anyone wants to call in, please feel free to do so. If not, we are coming up to the end of the stream anyway. But I guess just my last kind of summary of thoughts. It's a big game, I would say, for Jose Mourinho. It's a big game for a lot of those Man United players, and for those fans watching, the home fans, they need something to cheer about, because if we put in another horrible performance at home, those fans are going to start to turn. They're not stupid. They're going to know what's going on, and it's it's important that we do put in a good performance and we do get the result as well, because if we do cock this up and get a draw, and Valencia somehow get a draw away in Juventus, and we end up, needing a win against Valencia to go through, I will not be confident. I will not be confident whatsoever, because Valencia, we've had a really bad record in the Champions League against Spanish sides. I would not be confident whatsoever. So we need to get this win, and I mean, on paper we should do, but look, I think it's a big game for some players. I'm hoping we can see, the likes of Fred, Pereira, Delo come into the game, and I hope we can see some of these players come in. But yeah, Jack, mate, you can call in. You can call in now, mate. So yeah, please do feel free to do so. But yeah, I am looking forward to it. I feel like we are going to see a few different faces than we normally see, and hopefully they can put in a good performance. I'm really looking forward to seeing Delo, and I do think he will play, and I hope he plays, because I think he does provide a lot more than someone like Ashley Young does, or someone like Matteo Darmian does. And the only way he's going to get better is if he gets regular game time. So that's what I think about it. So let's hope. I'm hoping that he plays. But we've got Jack, of course, calling in right now, as promised. Hold on. All right, Jack, welcome back to Red Devil Weekly. Thanks for coming on, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing good. Thanks for coming on, as usual. How do you see the game going, pal?
I see it going United's way, but I can see the young boys maybe going through and scoring a goal at the moment on our performances.
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely possible. I mean, young boys, they're in the Champions League for a reason. They could shock us. They really could. And I mean, there is definite possibility of an early goal. I think actually when we did play young boys, they were close to getting an early goal. So we have to watch out for that, especially with Lindelof being out and our defence being pretty shaky at home. Obviously, it looks like there's going to be a bit of a shake-up in the team selection. Do you think Delo is going to get a starting place, and if so, what other kind of fringe players do you reckon are going to be in the lineup?
As I said on Daz's show, I predicted that he will not start, and also I thought Fred would start hopefully, and Lukaku will be dropped again because he deserves dropped with Matic as well, because he's not good at all.
Yeah, well, I hope Matic gets dropped, to be honest. I mean, as Rashford said, I hope he doesn't even appear on the subs bench, to be honest. I mean, I don't understand what he offers the club, but, that's a whole different topic. But, yeah, I mean, also, the Lukaku debate seems to rumble on after each game, and especially after the Crystal Palace game, a lot of people probably saying that Lukaku should, sit out this match. What do you think? Do you think Mourinho's going to throw Lukaku in there? And if you were the manager, would you stick with Lukaku and see if he could get his confidence back with a goal against Young Boys?
Now here's the debate here. Would you play Lukaku? Because if we win, we're guaranteed to go through. Would you risk it to have Lukaku score a lucky goal? I would not start him, play Rashford, and then we know he can actually score some goals. And then if we are through after the game and Valencia lose, maybe we play Lukaku against Valencia to boost his confidence.
I mean, it is definitely a debate. It definitely is a debate to be had, because, Lukaku is... I mean, his form is pretty shocking. I mean, obviously, if he was a bit more luckier with that offside, he could have got his first goal. But, he's not doing well, to be honest, Lukaku. And I think, yeah, it might be too big of a risk. But I feel like Jose Mourinho is prepared to take that risk, to be honest. So, yeah, I feel like he is definitely prepared to take it. Obviously, with Lindelof being out and, Jose Mourinho's first choice centre-back being out, who do you see replacing Lindelof? Do you think it's going to be Phil Jones, or do you think it's going to be Eric Bailly?
Eric Bailly, to be honest. He said it's like the reserve player that he wants. He's going to want that reserve player because he knows it's either not going to be out playing or he's not going to play with at all. So I've just seen, apparently Lindelof's going to be out quite a while because it hasn't said any quite of an injury. It just says he's going to be out for quite a while.
Yeah, no, it does look like Lindelof is going to be out for a long time. Obviously, pulled up in that Crystal Palace game. So, yeah, it does look like he is going to be off for a bit, but which is which is annoying because, you know, we're going to have to, you know, rebuild another partnership. But maybe that might be good for us. Maybe that might be a blessing in disguise. Who knows? Yashir says, time to make some changes and give chances to others. Yep, totally agree with that. And Nick says, easier said than done. Well, yeah, obviously, with Jose Mourinho in charge, it is definitely easier said than done. But Jack, you know, I want to ask you as well, what is your score prediction for the game? You know, who do you think is going to get on the score sheet? What is your score prediction?
I was going to say 2-0 United with Martial to score, either Pogba or Fred to score. Because if Fred starts, I just feel like I had this feeling. I don't know why. He's just going to score. But I saw Mourinho said when he announced the injury of Victor Lindelof, he said the two players that he wanted to start for in replacing him would be Eric Bailly and Phil Jones. That's what he said.
Interesting. That is interesting. I mean, to be honest, I don't want Phil Jones anywhere near the team. To be honest, I do worry every time he's in the team. So yeah, I hope he's not. I hope we do play, you know, someone, Eric Bailly and somebody else, but Phil Jones. Stick McTominay in there, someone, because God, Phil Jones is a liability. I totally agree with that. Also, I mean, I guess while you're here as well, obviously, you know, the midfield three of Fred. You know, I mean, obviously, it's difficult. It's very difficult to predict what Jose Mourinho is going to play, you know, week in, week out. Do you think there's a potential for Pogba to be dropped after his poor performance against Crystal Palace?
No, he won't drop Pogba because he's made up with him, and he's thought, oh well, at the moment, he's been alright. He's probably our best midfielder. Give him the chance against young boys. Maybe boost his confidence. Because we know he's a good midfielder. We know he can get the good pass through. He just doesn't get those passes through as consistently as he should have.
Yeah, no, totally agree. He does have a lot of creativity, even when he's not, you know, playing as well. But Jack, thanks for calling in, mate. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. I was going to say a few things. I was going to do my lineup prediction, and also, did you know 26 years ago, Cantona joined today?
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Obviously, I mean, what a player he was. Obviously, I was unfortunate I wasn't able to, you know, watch him live, but he was, you know, what I've seen of him, he is a fantastic player. But of course, you know, go ahead with your lineup prediction.
So I was going to start with David De Gea in goal, even though apparently there's been rumours of Lee Grant or Romero coming in, which I don't think will happen because Mourinho just likes De Gea more than any other goalie. So I think he has to start. I think he'll go with a back four of Luke Shaw, Eric Bailly, Chris Smalling. I think Antonio Valencia will come back in, or it will be Ashley Young. Then I think centre defensive mid, he'll put Pereira in. Then he'll play Fred and Pogba. On the left, Martial. Up front, Rashford. On the right, Lingard.
Lingard coming into the side. I mean, to be fair, I could definitely see Jesse Lingard coming back in as well. But to be fair, that lineup, we should have enough firepower, and definitely that lineup has enough firepower to get over the line. I think it is important that we do go over the line in this game. But of course, Jack, thank you so much for calling in, mate. Really appreciate it as always. Always welcome to call in, and always happy to have you on. But thanks for calling in, mate. Appreciate it.
Alright.
Thanks for calling in, mate. And thanks for watching the streams and things like that. But yeah, obviously that was Jack's opinion of his lineup prediction. And you guys, of course, if you have watched it this far, really do appreciate it. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Really eager to hear what you guys have to say. But I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. I think it's a good point to end. We need to get this win, guys. We need to win this game. Really, really important that we do. If we don't, I really do fear for Jose Mourinho's job. And I think he'll know it himself. But we need to have a big performance in front of the Old Trafford crowd. You know, they'll be expecting something. We need to get them back on side, give them something to cheer about. There were fans falling asleep at Old Trafford, even though probably that video was fake. But still, there were fans falling asleep at the football. You know, that should not be happening at Old Trafford. The theatre of dreams Well, quite literally, I guess. But anyway, we need to beat Young Boys. We could potentially get through to the knockout rounds, have that last game in Valencia, a kind of non-event, not need to worry about it until the knockout rounds, and we can focus on the league, which would be great. Of course, as well, the busy Christmas fixtures coming up. It'll be great if we don't have to focus on the Champions League and we can only focus on the league. But let's hope we get the win, boys. I will be doing a live preview for you guys after the game, so please do hit that notification bell and subscribe to the channel if you are new, if you haven't already. Also, anything you guys can do to help us hit our target of 500 subscribers by the end of the year. Only 35 more subscribers we need to hit that target. Anything you guys can do to help, really would appreciate it. But that's going to be me. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and thanks for the support as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.